Morning, guys. How's it going? Phil here. Phil does that. Uh, this is not a Monday morning motivation video. This is something a little bit different. So, I believe it was Monday. I was challenged to a 22 push-ups a day to end veteran suicide challenge. Uh, I agree. 22 push-ups a day should if I video it and talk about it for 22 days, it should raise awareness of veterans committing suicide. Why are our veterans committing suicide? This is something that really really bothers me. Uh, I've lost some of my former soldiers, some of my former team leaders, some of my friends to suicide. So me being challenged to the 22 push-ups a day got me fired up, and I was like, dude, there's got to be something more that I can do other than push-ups. And I know I got like a really small fan base on my Facebook motivation, but we don't delve into this. And I came up with 22 days of reasons why a veteran would commit suicide. So, for the next 22 days, I plan on posting a video on a reason and how to prevent that reason from being a trigger to suicide, veteran suicide specifically. So, I did some research. I am, this is my disclaimer here. I am not a mental health professional. I'm not a medical professional. I am a combat veteran, and I have experienced suicidal thoughts in my past. There's, it's a big long story. You want to hear about it? Hit me up. Give me a call or shoot me a message. I'm more than willing to talk to anyone about this. Uh, the thing that I'm trying to prevent here is someone else taking their life and figuring a permanent situation for temporary pain. That's that's the best way I can do it. So, uh, yeah, I'm not giving you reasons to commit suicide. I'm trying to prevent people from committing suicide. So, anyway, I'm gonna shout out to Chris Span for bringing this to my immediate attention. I'm not gonna sit here and do 22 push-ups a day on video. I am instead doing 22 videos. All right. So, if anybody ever served with me, you know how much I hate push-ups. I didn't like them in the army. I don't like them out of the army, and I especially am not trying to do push-ups here at the house. So, I'll run for 22 minutes. I'll ride my bicycle. I'll swim. I'll do 22 bench presses, dips, anything else. But yeah, little circles to the front. Most silly exercise ever, other than the push-up. All right. Anyway, so right now I'm gonna start out with why someone. Well, let's go over to the VA and let's see if I can share my screen here. It says I cannot start screen share. Oh well. I'll leave the link in the comments. All right. So I'm at, where am I at? Suicide risk and risk of death. Like I said, this is from the Department of Veterans Affairs, and we got a risk comparison. They got all these cool charts and deaths. Um, Deaths, deployed, non-deployed veterans, overall risk from all causes, and suicide risk. What's really surprising is that non-deployed veterans are more likely to commit suicide than deployed veterans. That's pretty interesting. And Deployed veterans show a lower risk of suicide compared to non-deployed veterans, and then female veteran suicide rates were about a third of the suicide rate of the male veterans. So then it goes into all these little different. I wouldn't call them pie charts. They look more like donuts. I like donuts. And then they have a suicide rate by year since discharge by deployment status of veterans. We're looking at like the rate of suicide was the greatest within 3 years after leaving the service. So deployed veterans had a 41% higher suicide risk compared to the general U.S. population. Non-deployed veterans had a 61% higher suicide risk compared to the U.S. general population. Um, Deployed veterans had a 25% lower overall risk of death from all causes. Non-deployed had a 24% lower risk. So there's some really good, interesting information. And like I said, I'll throw the link. I'm trying to share my screen, but I don't know how to use this thing. You know, I'm just an infantry dude. Anyway, one of the things that I found was really interesting was low cholesterol and acute psychosocial stressors. Low cholesterol and acute psychosocial stressors contribute to suicide. I never would have thought cholesterol would have something to do with it, but we're going to delve into this pretty deep within the next 22 days. Today's going to be nightmares. Um, that's something that affects me pretty greatly. I have nightmares all the time. Uh, Usually they're not about stuff that I've witnessed. I've seen some pretty horrible things, done some pretty horrible things, but mainly the act of deploying itself, just the stress of, hey, you're getting ready to leave everything that you know for a year into a completely different hostile situation, and you don't know if you're coming back, type thing. I have nightmares about deploying without a uniform. I have nightmares about deploying without a rifle. I have nightmares about deploying with my beard and having to shave it off. Yeah, shaving my beard keeps me up at night. I love this thing. It looks really awesome today. Thank you, Laura Lynn, for braiding it up for me. But what can we do about having nightmares? Um, some things that I have found helpful is to keep a nightmare journal. When you have a nightmare or a night terror that wakes you up from a dead sleep, go ahead and write down what was going on. What woke you up? Why are you shivering? Why are you sweating? Why are you breathing hard? What pulled you out of that REM sleep state? Write it down. And that seems to help the vast majority of it. Also, pray about it. Hand it over to God. I'm a pretty strong guy. I got a strong will, but I am nothing in comparison to a higher power. Nothing. So, um, my parents have this little uh, thing up in the window, and it's like, "Hey, have a great day. Leave all your worries with me. I got you covered." God, you know, uh, hand all of that stressor, that nightmare, hand it over to God. Let Him deal with it. Another thing, we got our journal, we got our praying about it, and handed it over. Try discussing your nightmares with someone else. Uh, I tell Laura Lynn every morning, I'm like, man, I dreamt about such and such. And then I digest it throughout the day. Last night I dreamt about not hang gliding, not parasailing, but I had like a motor, and I was like flying around on this parachute thing. I don't know if it's parasailing. I don't know, but I was having a blast, like flying around. I was dreaming about flying, and then um, it was a remote control that was trying trying to keep me lifted. You know, I had like this remote and it was like and turning left, turning right. Ian Newland, we don't talk here in a second, brother. But I kept having this dream about twisting my ankle when I landed. Doesn't sound like much of a nightmare, does it? But I woke up like, why would I be scared of twisting my ankle when I landed if I know I'm not going to be flying? Well, I've been on this health kick lately, and I'm trying to run, trying to exercise, trying to get my health back up. And a twisted ankle right now would set me back, like terribly, mentally, physically, and everything else. Ian Newland says, when I wake up from night terrors, I can barely walk, let alone write. Brother, the only thing I can say is to focus on, in that moment of bringing yourself down. You got to remember that you're at home, you're in your bed, you're on your couch, you're in your chair, and you are safe and solid ground at home. Then write it down. I get you, brother. Trust me. I feel you. The night terrors are not a joke. They're not funny. They're serious. So that's what I can suggest to you. Like I said, you know, I'm not a mental health professional. I'm not a doctor, but you know, this is what's helped me. You know, I'm home. I'm home. I'm home safe. I'm home safe. I'm surrounded by people who love me. I'm in an environment where I can grow. I'm in an environment where I can heal. So, hopefully that helps, brother. I love you, and I'm always here for you to talk. Anybody else out there? Seriously, if you're having any kind of suicidal thoughts or bad thoughts, or you just want to talk, blow me up. Call me. Hit me up on the messenger. Hit me up through the comments here. I'm here for you. I love you, and I'm going to do everything that I can to help. All right? If I can't help, I'll get you in touch with somebody, hopefully get you in touch with somebody that can. All right? I love each and every one of you guys. Suicide's not the answer. Contemplating suicide isn't the answer. There's so much more to life. So much more to life. We got a lot of reasons to live. The hardest part's already behind us. We got this. So, anyway, till tomorrow, I love you guys. I'm right here. Hit me up on the cell phone. Hit me up in messages. You know how to get a hold of me. McNary, what's up, brother? Steve Martin, I love you, man. I love all you guys. Y'all got me home alive. You know? I'm going to do everything I can to help. Okay? Phil's out. Y'all hit me up. I'm serious. I love you.